So I'm not expecting to know this answer, but like, why does it seem like so many Chinese students want to go to college in the United States?
Yeah, um, can't speak for everybody, but from my personal experience, it was the trend. A lot of my parents' friends' kids went to study abroad in Europe, Australia, U.S., Canada, and then when it was a topic brought up to me, it seems like it was just the right option
Mm,
because the competition in China is so fierce
mm,
because of the population. Um, Not everyone can find a job.
mm,
Not everyone can afford um, living a regular life
mm,
and have education. So the Chinese college entrance exam is like this huge filter. So if you pass and you can go to good school, mid school, lower end school, um, and pretty much your life will be different from there.
mm,
Um, and if you can then pass the test, then that's a totally
mm,
different story. So um, for parents who has an open mind and then who's supportive of not having their kids going through such um, tough situation or not able to predict where they land, um, that might be the one of the top reasons that they pay for their kids to study abroad. And also, English was just such an important skill. So
mm,
everybody start learning English even before elementary school. Now, even more international schools are set up in
mm,
China. Um, so having foreign background will increase your opportunity to get a job, um, find a wife or husband, find a desirable career. So for parents or for kids who has that vision and has the economical means, most of them decide to study abroad, whether it's Western, Eastern, um, um, yeah, just go outside, let their kids experience different part of the world.
So speaking of economic means, I'm guessing that if you're like, one of the, economic disadvantaged or poor people in China, you probably not coming to the States for college, right? You got to be like probably like middle income or upper middle income or even rich, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, for people who are lower class, probably, yeah, they can still come to the U.S., but in different ways.
Hmm.
Um,
And what was that process like? I mean, were you like competing against hundreds of other people? Like, talk about the process to get over here.
um, I think the competition is definitely not as fierce as now. Um, Definitely more Chinese kids are
Mm,
coming here, and a lot of them graduated from international schools, and they probably had experience having summer camps in the U.S. or so they have prepared themselves for American college way before. Back then, um, the competition wasn't too fierce. You have to have a good language
mm,
score, which is TOEFL or IELTS. And then for me, I did something that was innovative back then. So somebody who brought the ACT test um, to China,
mm,
to my province. My province isn't like the top cities in China. Um, it's still got 8 million people right now. So mid-sized city, um, it, we weren't really advanced in education,
mm,
economic situation. So at that time, when somebody who lived in the U.S., who was a former Wall Street trader, brought this education system in the town and then opened up an international division and then I just completed my high school early in 2 years and spent my third year there studying calculus, geography, and all kinds of things, English, of course. So I passed the English test and I took the ACT. So not a lot Chinese kids or taking ACT. Or if they want, they have to take SAT, but they have to go to Hong Kong or Singapore or all the other places. So I took that. That had put me in advantage.
Can you talk about some of the culture shocks you encountered when you came to the States, especially those first 2 or 3 months?
So I still remember um, I was in that international program, and one of my
And how
classmates,
old were you when you came? You said 19, right?
19,
19, okay.
one of my classmates was with me on the plane. Um, so he went to Utah State, and then we took the same flight from Beijing to LA, and then from there we split up. And then after we landed from that international flight, the first the first thing he said to me was, "Hey, are you ready? Because from now on, there's no more Chinese." And that was the first shock I had. And then I still remember like I smell America. America had a smell. I don't know if it was the LA airport. It has that fried chicken or greasy food, fast food smell, or it was just an American smell. But I know that for the first week or 2 weeks, I can smell it everywhere, no matter it's in LA or I went to when I landed in Kentucky, I had that American smell. And then gradually, it just fades away, and now I don't smell it at all. So, and then the other cultural shocks were, I was so I had a chance to came to the U.S. When I was in high school, just for a month for summer. It's called an exchange program. So I kind of know, what's finger food or what you're supposed to eat with forks and knife, and how do you communicate, and some basic etiquettes. So those were out of the way. Um, yeah, so I guess I am pretty prepared, I think, coming on. So, I do remember that one thing that shocked me was my roommate put her clothes and sneakers and everything into the washing machine. So
Everything.
yeah, in college, yeah, we had like a common area, and they put all their clothes and shoes.
You're like, what are you doing? You don't wash clothes like this.
Or they don't wash it at all.
Yeah.
They just throw it away because it's so beat up.
Yeah. So, what's some stuff about China? What's some stuff about China you wish most Americans knew?
Mm, wish Americans knew. I guess nothing specific, nothing particularly, but maybe just have an open mind, have be more tolerant and be more um, patient, because I think in both coasts people are probably used to having Asian culture,